Yeah.
I love my HBCU. And boy, I love it, love it. I love it, love it. I love my HBCU. And man, I hope my team they won one. Yeah. I hope my team they won one. Yeah. Man. I hope my team they won one. I hope my team they won one. Yeah. I tune into the HBCU Sports Lab to see if my team won or lost. If they lost, I'm quiet as a mouse. But if they won, keep tab. I'ma do the dab, yeah. Dr. Cavil, he know what he be talking about. Mike and Charles, they know what they be talking about. They compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they won or lost, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention.
Yeah, I can't hear you. This is Dr. Ville with Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Mike Washington is flying over now, but we have none other than Charles Bishop. I just want to say that we are here live at the College Football Hall of Fame, getting ready for the Championship Circle Showcase that will feature the championship teams. That's the championship team from the MEAC, which is South Carolina State, the Bulldogs, and the championship team from the SWAC, which is Prairie View A&M University Panthers. I can get used to saying that, Charles. I like that. I'll be frank with you a little bit. As you see over here, I got my caps. I do still got my South Carolina State. I'm very fair, but this is a different year for me, similar to what you experienced last year in terms of the end with getting the victory. Obviously, 3 of the last 4 years you've been involved in having your undergraduate album right here. So that's been fascinating. But let me do this correctly and say welcome to episode 755 of Inside the HBCU Sports Lab radio show and podcast, the show that's covering the sporting HBCU diaspora, all things HBCU sports for institutions large and small, from the NEIA to the NCAA. We share insights and information on the HBCU sports culture, HBCU athletic aesthetics, to facilitate the story of HBCU athletic programs and the business of HBCU sports. In short, we just call it the HBCU sports pedagogy. I'm your host, Dr. Kenyatta Cavil, along with my co-host, Charles Bishop. We're filming from right here, as I said, in the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. That's Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL, various names that they call it, straight down from the Omni, where the 2 teams are hosts here for, again, the Championship Circle Showcase. How are you feeling, Charles? I know you had some extra duties that you've added this year than in the past. So how are you feeling with all that being said?
Doing well. Of course, moderated the Band of the Year press conference. Band of the Year showcase is tomorrow, where you take a look at the Marching 100, Florida A&M, and Southern's Human Jukebox, as well as Miles College Band, as well as Fayetteville State University's Marching Bronco Express. So looking forward to that tomorrow. But so many festivities going on. You and I were at the opening reception last night, but I think it's truly a bowl experience. Everybody
really nice, which was over there at the Coca-Cola World headquarters, and they spared no expense. Really nice for the players. They enjoy the head coaches. The whole head coaches kind of drive them crazy a little bit because they just want to practice, play a football game. But hey, it is a bowl game. It's official. So for everybody else, particularly the players, which they're not against, it gives them an opportunity to be celebrated. For us, it's a good chance to culminate the year in terms of how we kick things off, really going back to the summer with the SWAC Media Day. I got to go into the MEAC Media Day. Some of our colleagues with the SIC, CIAA Media Day. Obviously, SIC had the long run in the playoffs with Albany State. We're seeing what that means for coaches there in terms of folks are interested in interviewing them.
It's carousel season.
Yeah, so that starts to take place. So that's fascinating. But what are your thoughts anytime that you get to come into the College Football Hall of Fame?
This is a cathedral of sorts if you are a college football fan. In terms of looking at the history, remembering past games, whether it's the Hail Mary in Michigan or things of that nature. But they do a good job of curating all college football, especially from an HBCU perspective. To go up there and go look at the hologram of W.C. Gordon, look at the hologram of Archie Cooley or Marino Castle. It's phenomenal.
Billy
So,
Nix.
Billy Nix,
You know
exactly.
I got to find a way. I'm gonna be all prayer of you too much
Yeah,
today. You see, just a
the
a
cowboy
little bit of
hat.
Texas involved.
Right,
Just letting
exactly.
them know we got John Grant. We're gonna bring in here and give him a chance to talk to us in terms of getting him set up. But as we doing that, let me say today's episode of Inside the HBCU Sports Lab is sponsored by THG Agency. THG Agency is a company that provides sporting, educational, consulting, and data analytics, and we have none other than Mr. John Grant. He is the executive director of the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge, the Cricket Celebration Bowl, the Red Lobster Band of the Year. Um, you keep adding titles. You like the work. We appreciate that, though. We like that.
I'm about to ask, who is this guy here? He's working hard.
Yes,
Yeah, he really
right?
is. I literally seen you as buzzing over there as you getting ready, making sure outfits are tired, putting stuff up because you're doing multiple things. I appreciate the fact, as somebody in the executive director leadership role, it's not necessarily something you have to do. You want to make things are in place, but you see it as important to make sure that your hands on a lot of things, that things are done right, but also sharing a vision from ESPN from that perspective, but also you as the leader, executive director of this, about a cultural experience that you want to make sure that the coaches, players, ads, presidents, chancellors, and fans are about. What is that about for you?
Well, it's about what our we stand on three pillars, and our team works very hard. I have a great team that are committed, and they work very hard in terms of creating world class, second to none experiences for the student athletes who work hard all year and coaching staff to get here. And we owe them that. We create a world class, second to none experience
No doubt
for
about
the
that.
fans who decide to spend their money to come and be a part of this experience. And we want to make sure that they get that second to none. And finally, a world class, second to none experience for the viewers, people who invest their time to watch. That in that they're getting a great experience as well as this content is produced and delivered to them.
I appreciate you sharing that from that holistic perspective. From that, I'm gonna ask a follow up question. I'm gonna ask Charles, colleague here, to jump in here and talk about that. My follow up question is: this is the 10th year, 10th year celebration. We've had the fortune being rewarded with the opportunity to cover this, and we've been here for all 10 years. Unique because at the very beginning, both Charles and I, Mike as well, talked about the fact that, we wanted our teams here, meaning our institutions here.
Mm,
And you've said from the beginning, this is not something you give away. You got to earn your way here. Charles got the experience 3 of the last 4 years. And finally, Texas, as you might be able to tell a little bit,
I
there's
wouldn't have known,
institutions.
but
I
I
know,
would not,
right?
would not have known. I've known you for years. I've known him for years. I have never.
Yes.
When he came in here yesterday, sporting his 10-gallon Texas size cowboy
Yes.
hat, I said I knew something was up. I knew that something out of Texas was happening.
Yes.
Cowboy
Yes.
boots and toe.
This is,
Right.
I would say little institution, but it's huge now, over 10,000 students. A founding member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, that for many folks there that understand their history have gotten back to their winning ways. We're in the College Football Hall of Fame. Billy Nix and the Prairie View Panthers are upstairs in terms of that. And so for some folks, we're talking about, the father has come home. So this is just the next step in the iteration for a lot of great programs in both the SWAC and the MEAC. But I would not be myself if I didn't get to share that. But the point that I wanted to get to is ask you about this 10th year. How proud of you that this event has made 10 years? That's a decade. Any event, they talk about small businesses, and I know this is not small, but small businesses usually, if they can last 3 years, it works. But this is 10 years and it continues to move forward. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, anything that you have, as you just referenced, that makes it to 10 years, that's a significant milestone. But what I'm most proud of is how people have really adopted this philosophy of a national championship,
Yeah.
and that they've um, sort of embedded that in the Cricket Celebration Bowl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We could not be more proud that at the beginning of every season in both conferences during their conference uh, media days, football media days, every coach to the person says that their ultimate goal is to get here,
Mm.
get to Atlanta, to experience what you see here in the College Football Hall of Fame with our Champion Circle Showcase.
Yeah.
And the ultimate prize for any coach is to be able to get the red jacket
Yes.
Yes.
that
Yes.
TC Taylor will be endowed with
I
tonight
saw him earlier.
because of
He
his.
told me personally he couldn't wait to get. But we've heard various coaches say that over the years that while it's extremely important to win it, but that little piece that you added about the champion jacket really has resonated with the coaches. We see Coach Buddy Pugh out there with his jacket on.
Absolutely. And the beautiful thing is that these guys, I mean, it's tough to win a
Yes, sir.
national title.
Oh,
It's tough to do the season, difficult to get here.
absolutely.
But we are honored to be able to to recognize them in a way that you don that red jacket, you receive a lifetime invitation
wow.
back to the Celebration Bowl, and all of the events and etc. As a part of that, and what we get from it is that we get true ambassadors
Yeah.
for this
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and that's
Very
what
cool.
they have, and
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see our players who say to their coach, "I'm going to get you one of those."
Mm.
Yes.
And I heard Jackson State say that last year. The players, coach, we're going to get you one of those, and they went out and got it.
They did.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Charles,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, and I want to pivot to talking about the Red Lobster Band of the Year. We just came from that event over there, and I heard Professor Willie Snipes talk about how transformational that Band of the Year competition was for Miles College. But um, just talk about the experience itself and the bands that are coming.
Listen, the other thing that we're proud of as a team, and we're proud of you guys, because you are the standard bearers that help get the word out. The Red Lobster Band of the Year there's nothing like it in terms of a platform that provides marching bands
Mm.
the opportunity to also earn a national championship
Yeah, it's
in a
different.
season-long effort and season-long competition.
I like it.
We have some of the best bands in the country right now competing this year. The top bands who've made it in Division Two. Fayetteville State will be taking on defending champion Miles College, and at Division One, we got the defending champion Florida A&M taking on
That's amazing.
Southern University.
Human jukebox.
And in order to get back here, even to defend, you have to end the season in the top three
Right.
rankings. If you make the top three, the committee believe that if you get into the three, you have a right to come and defend. And both of those programs made it into the top three. So, and then added to that, Charles, our Metro Atlanta high schools. We can't really forget
No,
those,
that's
because
a
we
great
have
point.
That's a great.
two
Uh,
premier Atlanta high schools in Westlake and New Manchester that are going to be going at it. And I tell you,
mm.
they are two outstanding programs that are going to show what our high schools can do as well.
Sure thing.
Good stuff. We have the Southwestern Athletic Conference Commissioner, Dr. Charles McCullen, that's come in here. So you really get to see all the dignitaries. We have Marines here that we celebrate in terms of their service, that are part of this in terms of that relationship. And you start to see people matriculating in, the Hall of Famers. It is fascinating when you do that. Let me give you the last word, because I know you have other duties, but anything that you want to share that you want to get out there as well.
Well, I want to thank all the fans. Let me thank the fans first, because all of this happens because of you. Whether you're in person in attendance or you're watching, and you must do both.
Yeah.
If you can do both,
Right.
but if you can't, we definitely want to make sure you tune in, because what we're attempting to do here, and you guys, I can't thank you enough as well, because you have been tremendous supporters. BCSN has run commercial units on your show and across the other shows that are part of the BCSN network.
Mhm.
Um, we're on to something special here.
I agree. But I saw that
And
division at the beginning.
when
Yeah.
you can create an opportunity for a school like Prairie View,
That's right.
who we know the history,
Yes.
but has turned that program around
Totally. Yes, sir.
and can now compete for a national championship.
Says
When
everything.
you have an opportunity for marching bands to represent their university when their football teams didn't do too well, but they still have the opportunity to bring a national championship back to the
Excellent
university.
point.
Yep.
Excellent point. Excellent
You know,
point.
there are two routes now with the Cricket Celebration Bowl, football national championship, and with the Red Lobster Band of the Year national championship. Our institutions have multiple channels to get to a national stage. And so that's the beauty of what we're doing here. We really want to thank all of our supporters, and we can't go without thanking our sponsors. I mean, cricket has been tremendous as a title sponsor, both the kickoff game and the bowl game. We have to thank Red Lobster. Their
Absolutely.
CEO was here last year. He saw the vision and immediately said, hey, this is something that we want to put our name on, and they have been tremendous. It's a part of our tickets for teachers. They've given away tickets this year so that teachers can get to come and participate in the Red Lobster Band of the Year and attend that. So,
And before you leave, let me say thank you for inspiring the next generation. As you may or may not know, I have a class that they've been following the teams getting to the Celebration Bowl. And I got an email today, in terms of identifying the sponsor, identifying Cricket Celebration Bowl, identifying Red Lobster Band of the Year, but just bringing that to the next generation to understand the importance of this game, and hopefully in due time, they getting here or definitely watching it over the weekends.
that's awesome. You guys have a great spot here. Let me say this. I mean, you get to sit here for those, you that are
Let them
viewing.
know.
I mean, we're sitting here and you can look out and you see all the dignitaries coming in. I mean, the beautiful atmosphere around the College Football Hall of Fame, the helmet wall, beautiful Christmas trees. And what a beautiful scene behind us.
Yes.
So it's going to be a great event tonight. And just excited about it. And thank you guys again for having me.
No pleasure. This is Dr. Kenyatta Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We'll be right back after our first break.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Planning an event from weddings, corporate functions, CMJ Events LLC.
So
15 years.
we love what you guys do.
Make
All you guys at
a reality.
BCSN.
Based in Metro Atlanta and serving statewide, even internationally, we provide versatile event planning and authentic catering cuisine tailored to your needs. Whether it's pre-game meals for student athletes, fundraisers, weddings,
we love what you guys do, Brian,
CMJ
AD,
Events
Roy,
LLC
all you guys at
is your one-stop
BCSN.
solution
We really appreciate
for exceptional service and unforgettable food. Our diverse culinary heritage means we cater to all cultural tastes, dietary needs, and food restrictions, making every meal uniquely yours. Let's make your next event unforgettable. Visit us on all social media at CMJ Events LLC or email us at cmjeventsllc@gmail.com. Also give us a call at 404-664-3882 so that we can start planning.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources
It's like a loop
empowering more
machine.
than 1,500 youth and adults into following surrounding communities. This program, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit HBCUPrideJoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gonna teach a lesson.
This is Dr. Cavil inside the HBCU Sports Lab here in Atlanta, Georgia, for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. We are here at the College Football Hall of Fame, here for the Champion Circle Showcase with now Dr. Charles McCullin, the Commissioner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. How are you doing this evening?
Doing fine, sir. How are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. I would be remiss, obviously, we're fully past that, but just to see history come full circle in terms of going back to school back in '89, coming out of that, how far we've come. It's just amazing to me. And I'm like, I remember when Charles first became athletic director at Prairie View A&M University and how much you have accomplished on the serious side. Not just for one institution, not just for two institutions, now for 12 institutions representing HBCUs, and specifically the Southwestern Athletic Conference with the presidents, chancellors, ADs, directors of athletics, VPs, as they like to say, some of them now, senior women administrators, a lot of folks that you are the caretaker of HBCU institutions. What does it feel like?
Humbling. It certainly is a humbling experience. I did an interview a little earlier today, and I had to go back to those days of 1989, 90, 91, 92, relive the 0 and 80 losing streak. And, you know, I said this to the players yesterday. Prairie View has been underdog since 1965. You know, the last winning football season prior to Prairie View turning everything around in the mid-2000s was 1965. And they have an opportunity to be first. There will be no other first team at Prairie View to win the Celebration Bowl if they win, right?
Wow.
So you could say, you know, this is the first championship Prairie View won since 2009, but you had it since.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for you to be first. And I told the players this last night as well. I kind of went through the history of, you know, Prairie View with the Otis Taylors and the Ken Houstons and where it went down and how it came back up. And I said, last Saturday, some of you played your way into the Prairie View Hall of Fame.
Wow.
I said, this Saturday, some of you can play your way into the Swag Hall of Fame. So understand the gravity, and you carry the banner of all 12 member institutions. So it's not me at all. It's the student athletes, it's the administrators, it's the culture, it's the fans, it's who we are. We're the Southwestern Athletic Conference. I am a SWAC baby. The interview that I did earlier, and I won't reference that past interview again, it says, what does HBCU made stands? What does that mean to you? What does that stand for? And I was like, Charles McClellan. And they were like, what do you mean? I said, well, my mother and father met at Alcorn State University. If it wasn't for HBCU, there literally would not even be a Charles McClellan.
Wow.
I went to a HBCU school. I married a HBCU graduate. My kids went to HBCU, and HBCU helps me make a living. This is who I am through and through. So it's about everybody. It's about SWAC Nation. That's what's most humbling to me.
Charles, hard for me to follow up with that question.
I tell you. But I'm gonna follow up with regards to the brand identity. The SWAC has won the past 2 Celebration Bowls, Florida A&M and then Jackson State. But just what does that mean for the conference in general in terms of the brand of ball being played?
Well, this is the Celebration Bowl. This is the national championship. Everybody wants to be a champion, but SWAC fans swallow facts. SWAC fans follow SWAC. But the Celebration Bowl will open us up to a whole new genre of fans. And we get this opportunity once every year, and there's nothing like winning. There's nothing like associating with the winner. They're going to be potential student athletes, potential students.
That's right.
Potential professors, potential corporate partners, potential everybody that will associate with these 2 schools based upon this opportunity. So we can't minimize what this means to the brand, to the culture, to the conference. It is as significant of an event, and the impact of this event is immeasurable, because you're going to look at enrollment increases. You're going to look at students that might not necessarily want it to go to college would see this and say, I want to go to Prairie View based upon what they represent. Right. This is so much bigger than just a football game.
Man, it's amazing when you think about that. We'll get you out of here on this final question there. I'm not even sure if this is really fair, because so much has been accomplished and we couldn't check those off. But I guess just looking forward, what are some of the things that you personally want to see get done for Southwestern Athletic Conference or HBCU sports in general?
Well, clearly from a SWAC's perspective, we're doubling down on SWAC TV. It's an opportunity for us to kind of write our own ticket to wherever we want to go.
Wow.
And we kind of find out each and every day something else comes to the horizon that we haven't thought about. So we're not limiting ourselves, but we are not subjected to others dictating where we go and how we get there.
Okay.
SWAC TV allows us to do this. We had our meetings today with the bands, and we talked about SWAC TV, and one of the questions was, well, how do we fit into SWAC TV outside of showing our games, showing our performances at games? And I was like, what about your symphonic concert? Why not put that on SWAC TV? That's a great opportunity for you to be able to recruit students. People are watching SWAC TV, which means that they're going to watch your performance.
That's right.
Right. This is not just about marching band. Why don't you put a recruiting video out about maybe a behind the scenes for the band?
Yeah.
It gives us so much of an opportunity to grow. And the money is in TV. Right. Now we get to control our own destiny. We might not make a dime, but if we don't, it's because of our own doing, not somebody else's.
Excellent point.
But I think we're going to make more than a dime. And it's going to be because of our own doing, not somebody else.
Absolutely.
As I promised, I'll get you out of here. Appreciate you taking some time. I know you have other folks that you need to catch up with during this event. We'll be right back after this second break. That was the commissioner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Dr. Charles McCullen, coming here live in Atlanta, Georgia at the College Hall of Fame.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Planning an event? From weddings to corporate functions, CMJ Events LLC brings over 15 years of experience to make your vision a reality. Based in Metro Atlanta and serving statewide, even internationally, we provide versatile event planning and authentic catering cuisines tailored to your needs. Whether it's pre-game meals for student athletes, fundraisers, weddings, corporate functions, CMJ Events LLC is your one-stop solution for exceptional service and unforgettable food. Our diverse culinary heritage means we cater to all cultural taste, dietary needs, and food restrictions, making every meal uniquely yours. Let's make your next event unforgettable. Visit us on all social media at CMJ Events LLC or email us at cmjeventsllc@gmail.com. Also give us a call at 404 664-3882 so that we can start planning now.
College football fans, a champion will rise in Atlanta on December 13th. MEAC champion, SWAC champion, the 10th Cricket Celebration Bowl, crowning an HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties. Through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy.
Compress the analytics data with the hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they want to laugh, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
Texas boys. This is Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the College Hall of Fame. He can't hear you.
I can't hear anything. I'm supposed to hear you through my ears, right?
Right, you should.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I wanted to stop us before we got
too far into it. Yeah, to make
man.
sure, because you know where them questions going. Here, mine's it's a little short. Yeah, let's do this. You good?
I hear everything now.
All right, we're good.
There we go.
Good. Let me sure I get my look back right.
There you go.
Coach
There you go.
He is the championship head coach at South Carolina State, bringing in the Bulldogs for the second consecutive year for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Coach, how are things going?
All is well, man. We're just trying to put one foot in front of the other, man, and find a way to get better every day.
Man, do you have a bad day?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
No, sir. You ain't got to tell it. You just say, no, boy,
man.
you find a way to have a good day any day that you wake up
I really
and
do,
have
man.
another day.
That's
a beautiful thing.
I just try to have the right attitude, man. I can look at the glass half empty, but I choose to look at the glass half full.
That's a beautiful thing. I admire
Like I
it
said,
in
all right.
all seriousness.
Absolutely.
Joke with you on that. But talk a little bit as we get in there. I know you got preparation to get back with your teams, but just want to know, how do you feel about the team that's been able to come together? You had different transfers, some folks that come back, and, they had to find their way. But when it counted as they started building, they've gotten better, as you said, every day, which means every week, every month, ultimately winning a MEAC football championship, going undefeated, which they needed to do this year to get back here.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, like I said, I got to get kudos out to my staff because you're right. We had to put some work in this year, man. My staff, man, and we just got together, man, and just built on what we can do well, man, and find out our new team because it is totally a new team, man.
Yes,
the guys, all in all, man, they start buying in, man. That's half the battle. Anything in life, man, when you get buy-in, complete buy-in, and guys believing in the process, good things start to happen your way, man. So, when you look at us, we kept getting better and better every week, to be honest, man. We got better every week, Started a little slow, and we had some tough opponents in our opening four. Man, we played the Gamecocks of South Carolina, University of South Carolina, man. We played University of South Florida, played a good Wofford team.
Yeah.
And so we started the season off, and then we got a chance to play, get the rolling, man. And I always tell our guys, you find out what kind of team you got in September, October, you start hitting on all strides. And then you get an opportunity to make it in November to remember. And I told them, if we make it in November to remember, we'll get an opportunity to play in December. And here we stay here on December. We'll get a chance to play December 13th for a national championship.
Wow.
Can't get better than that, Charles.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask this question in terms of this season. How was the journey different from 2024?
New team. You know what I'm saying? It's a new team. When I first came in last year, obviously, I had a sprinkle of some of the guys that were left over from the last regime, sprinkle of my kids that came from Benedict, and then a sprinkle of some newcomers. So we had to put it all together and, like I say, take over a program that traditionally had won in the past. I had a couple down years prior to me coming here, but getting the guys that believe, that's half the battle. But this team is totally different. I mean, you're talking about we only returned 1 starter on offense and then 2 starters on the defense, man. So this was a yeoman's work, man, to try to get this thing together as a staff. And I'm just proud of where we are today. But the journey's not over yet. We still got to find a way to go 1-0 one more time.
Absolutely.
With that being said, get you out of here on this question, but wanted to talk about, I heard you say this before, and it resonated with me. Just an old ball coach.
Yes, sir.
And you've got it out of the mud, and I agree with it. Said that in true ways in terms of I had the luxury of following you as you come up, really, assistant coach, O-line coach, getting your chance at the head coaching position, and then really showing why you sought that opportunity, literally in terms of rewarding Benedict as they rewarded you with multiple championships.
Absolutely.
Then for us, the next opportunity is the next level,
That's
FCS.
Right. That's right.
And it happens to be right there still in the state of South Carolina.
That's right.
South Carolina State, a very proud program with a lot of history.
Absolutely.
They bring you on board, give you the opportunity, and you reward them back.
Absolutely.
With your teams and coaches with a championship.
Absolutely.
And you continue to do that. Talk a little bit about that journey, and not necessarily for you, because I know you talked about this as part of your ministry, but also being able to live in a legacy where you can show everybody, if you just keep pushing forward, put one foot in front of the other, if you would allow me to use that framework, right? Nothing is promised, nothing is guaranteed, but you do some of the things that are right. A lot of the things are right. You never know where that opportunity comes, and when you get there, find a way to make the most of it. I think you exemplify that, and I wanted you to tell us, the next generation, as being, as you said, somebody that comes from the HBCU sports and understanding rewarding HBCU sports for pulling them back into you all the way through to this very moment.
Man, I appreciate that, man. That was really a true testament to who I am, man. I truly believe in bloom where you plant it, man. Be where your feet are and be the best you can be in where you're at. If you're the best you can be in where you're at, good things seem to happen, man. People don't really know this. I never had an aspiration to be a head football coach. Not at all. I just wanted to be the best assistant that I can be. And you know, as I kept growing in the profession and just kept, you know, putting my foot to the ground and just keep grinding, people start seeing something in me. And I've always had leadership qualities in me. I've always been in leadership roles, but I never had an aspiration to be a head football coach. I knew it was in me. My dad used to share with me, you know, it's time for you to become a head football coach. I said in God's time. It's not in my time, in God's time. I'm going to continue to be the best O-line coach, be the best offensive coordinator, be loyal to the head coach that I'm working for, and be a great Indian. I truly believe if you're a great Indian, the good Lord will bless you the opportunity to be a chief one day. But you got to be a good Indian, man.
Yeah.
So all in all, I'm just grateful, man. I sit here today just grateful as I look at my young staff, because I have a young staff. I look at my players. You know, this is truly a ministry, man, when I get a chance to impact young people, man. And I tell our players, I coach the whole team, but I truly coach the coaches, man, because I want to see the next generation of coach just, you know, do the same thing and take the same track. You don't have to jump to these big jobs. Be where people want you. All right. Be where people want you, man. And you can make an impact in young people's lives. I get a chance to 105 young men every day, coaches, 15 coaches, to be able to impact their lives every day on how I dress, how I speak, how I interact, my energy, how I move, you know, how I try to be positive. And again, I tell them all the time, man, the players, this game will end one day, man. You're going to spend more time as a father and a husband than you will as a football player. And as they sat today, man, we had an opportunity to this HBCU NFL initiative today, man. And to hear those guys that, you know, stood on the stage that, you know, former NFL players that are now, some of them are working in the NFL, some of them are fathers, some of them are husbands. And they explained to them guys, man, this game has an expiration date, man.
Yeah.
So it's so important, man, that if I got an opportunity for 4 to 5 years to impact these young men's lives, I'm going to do all I can to change their lives for the better.
Great update, and so truth in terms of who you are. I promise to move forward, but I'd be irresponsible, I talk about that, in terms of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I thought it was amazing and so in line in regards to the national headquarters recognizing both head coaches that are men of Omega Psi Phi
Fraternity Incorporated.
Fraternity Incorporated.
Let's make sure you put all that in there.
Talk heavy. Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And the fact that many people talk about this as the Q Bowl because of how proud they are in terms of you all making it here and showing the light in such a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
What does that also mean to you? Because I know I've seen just in our meetings how proud you are of being a member.
Oh yeah, I just try to live my creed, man. It's all about living our cardinal principles. I don't talk about it. I don't always have to wear it on my chest. True. I live it every day. I live our cardinal principles every day, and I get an opportunity. Like I say, man, it starts with manhood. You got to be a man before you get anything else. You know what I'm saying? And I get an opportunity to be a man in front of the guys that I get a chance to impact every day, man. But to see this game, this kind of like you say, it's broadcast as the two men of the greatest fraternity in the world, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I just, like I say, man, I just want to live my creed. Congratulations to Coach Jackson, man. He's done an outstanding job, in leading young men at Prairie View University, man. And I try to do my best in leading young men at South Carolina State University. It should be a fun game on Saturday, man. Yeah. Can't wait. Looking forward to it, man. And we're going to put the best product we can put on the field and see if we can find a way to accomplish the mission.
I look forward to it.
I tell you what, Coach, if you get a chance tonight, if y'all could just hit one of those chants, man, I want to tackle somebody after hearing you give one of those mailman got to go work. Oh my goodness!
Mine is the fly. Sledgehammer. That is back in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
But I wanted to add this because you talked about coaching 105 men that you get to influence directly. But oftentimes it's bigger than that because indirectly you're talking about the student population of South Carolina State. And then there are women involved also with that. So the mark that you have on many people is more immeasurable, not only directly but indirectly. So I wanted to say thank you for the work that you do and living the way you live. It means a lot. So this is Dr. Cavil inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We'll be right back after this last break. Thank you. This is Dr. Cavil with Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We're here in Atlanta, Georgia at the College Hall of Fame. We're here at the Cricket Celebration Bowl celebration dinner here, showcase if you would. But we have for us the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference MEAC Commissioner Sonia Steels.
Hello.
It's so good to be back and have a chance to talk with you again. So many good things are going on, but let me ask you just how proud of you in terms of the accomplishment of the MEAC this year, particularly when you look at South Carolina State being able to come back to back champions, and just how exciting the football season was, where you literally had a championship game with two teams going in at 4-0. That was Delaware State and South Carolina State.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
It's been an amazing season, just to see South Carolina State just consistently do their thing. And so it makes sense for them to end up here in Atlanta for back-to-back. So
amazing. Just
a great season. It's a testament to the legacy and the dynasty that they have down there at South Carolina State. When you have Willie Jeffries and
20
Buddy
championships,
Hughes, and then you come on, here comes Chinnis Berry. It's
like, all right, let's keep it going.
Right? So it's amazing. But the season, you really didn't know what could happen because all those games were close. They were just some awesome games. And then to come in, Delaware State to get written off from the beginning and look at them just come and just knocking people off left and right.
Yeah.
So it just made for a very exciting season. The visibility that that came about because you have Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick. It just made it just an awesome place for everybody to be here in the MEAC, and we can showcase the talent that we have.
With that, Charles,
Well, I actually wanted to
Coaches Hall of Fame that won the celebration over here with their red jackets.
I see you walking around.
Hey, boy,
oh man,
they wear the red jacket. Proud.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't buy that.
At all. I did. I wanted to follow up on just for you personally. This past season, tremendous season from South Carolina State, but just you talked about the visibility of having Deshaun Jackson and Mike Vick within the conference, but I was curious, just what did that mean for you as a commissioner to have, the extra cameras, the extra eyeballs, especially looking at the conference?
It's tremendous. It's tremendous for us as a conference, as we look to our storytelling and for people to know that you can go anywhere, even at HBCU, and be on such a national platform.
Sure.
And so that's what we want to show, as the coaches are going out recruiting and say, hey, I saw y'all on ESPN2, ABC. And that's what we want. So the more visibility that we can get, the more storytelling that we can get about the conference and our student athletes and our coaches and our institutions, that's what we want to see happen.
Sure thing.
Certainly. Let me follow up with that and ask you this question. I know you're in the moment, which is fair and you should be here, but as you continue to project and look forward, what are some things that you're looking forward that are up and coming, or some excitement things that just got?
Well, in the future, of course, we're celebrating our 55th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
So,
yes.
Just very, very
Absolutely.
excited about that.
Sure.
But
I need to give me some 55 MEAC gear.
Some
So I
gear?
can feel make sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
So whenever, no pressure.
When you're part of the MEAC Nation, you deserve to have that.
I like the branding aspect. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So looking for that, trying to find more revenue for our institutions through our MEAC Foundation. So that's one of the things that we're kind of focusing on right now. As we look at students, how they transfer and the name and likeness and the money. And so what can we do as a conference to kind of help build that pot for our member institutions? And then also, how can we help our institutions, upgrade, production? Again, you look at the visibility, how can we help them do what they do on campus to amplify, what their student athletes are doing? So I think we'll get there.
That's good stuff.
Yes, it is.
Charles, I'll let you have the last question before we get ready to get everything started.
Last question, just in terms of looking at what Coach Chittisberry has done with this South Carolina State program. 2 years in a row now. They've made it back here to this Celebration Bowl. But just in terms of looking at what he's done since he's come into this conference.
Man, he is a force to be reckoned with. With the big personality.
Yes.
You can pass the plate every time he speaks.
We were just chatting about that. Exactly.
That excitement that you get about football, what he's doing with the student athletes, the young men, and the discipline. I'm here for it all. He is such a tremendous coach. He was a winning coach when he came in. He's continuing that the dynasty again at South Carolina State.
Proud program.
Yes. He just lines up with every other head football coach that has been there.
No doubt.
It's amazing when you have a program that has that level of stability.
Yeah.
You don't always get that with the organization, and you see it has rewarded them in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
That being said, well, we were going to take another break, but it looks like our producer just dipped off to try to take care of some business. So we get a chance to ask a little more questions, which I'm excited about myself. I apologize. I know we said we'd get you out of quitting quickly, but let's talk about a little bit about how you move forward with basketball and what do you see excitement in terms of the basketball, both men's and women's.
Yeah.
I've been down there for the tournament, and it is fantastic.
We want more of that. Again, doing more with our student athletes and, again, amplifying them. So I look forward to a great basketball tournament in Norfolk, and let's see what we can excitement that we can bring on that championship Saturday.
No doubt.
With that being said, we'll take our next break, come back on the other side, give you a close. We might sneak in one more interview. With that, we are up against it, and it's almost time to start as we are here in Atlanta at the College Football Hall of Fame. We'll be right back after this break. Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We're here with Coach Jermaine Jackson, head football coach, championship head football coach of the Prairie View A&M Panthers. We're here in Atlanta, Georgia. That means we're here for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Coach, I guess the first thing is I have to ask that. How does it feel to have, meaning that you've won a Southwestern Athletic Conference and now playing for a national championship in the Cricket Celebration Bowl?
Yeah, I think it's just always good to be playing this time of the year when it's cold outside and in December. Man, we expected to be
You have
here.
a lot of experience with that, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of people have sprayed the pads down, getting ready for spring ball, and here we are still playing. Really just something that we expected to be doing, regardless of what others thought. We knew we had the opportunity to be here. And so for us to win the SWAC and our kids get an opportunity to stay together for another week, it's an awesome situation.
I did this with Charles, and he talked about what he told the team. You gave me an idea that he talked about it, and he really, obviously didn't tell everything, but he gave some real deep insight in terms of the building blocks.
Yeah.
I want to ask that. I know you don't really talk about yourself personally. It's always about the team, the coaches, which I love, which leaders do, right? But I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the fact that your history, and it goes beyond when we first met, and I saw the growth there. When you got in this business, started and just put the work forward. But in a lot of ways, a humble beginning yourself. And now you're on the national stage with your team. Talk about the work that you put in there. And this is not necessarily just for listeners to hear it, but you have an opportunity to mission, as you also talked about, to players. But now it's to the next generation. Charles spoke about this earlier. And it's for those that are coming behind you, whether it's football coaches or players or individuals that just may not have everything in their background, but understand that if you keep working towards something, oftentimes you'll be rewarded.
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing I've learned is to it'll work if you work it. My grandma used to say that a long time ago. It'll work if you work it. We had a plan. My first job at A&M Kingsville in 2006, 3 games into the season, we were fired. Wow. And so I was a very young GA, didn't make any money. Man, the dude came in and said, man, they just fired me. And so I'm like, man, I don't even know if this is what I want to do.
It worked like that?
Yeah, I've been coached 3 games. Were we that bad? Well, we getting fired. And so we just, man, there's been a calling on my life for a long time. A lot of people other than me identified that until I could realize that was the situation. And so we talk very confidently about it because of the calling that's on our life. And so, man, I tell our players all the time, if you don't see it before you see it, you'll never see it.
Wow.
And so we've been seeing this vision for a long time. I wanted to come back to HBCU.
Yeah,
I was on the other path. People told me not to do this. And man, we wanted to get back in. You and I have had several conversations late night about how to make this happen. And so to be here doing what you say you want to do, which we define as discipline in our program, I think it shows our players, it shows people around our program, people at our institution, that you can do whatever it is you want to do if you wouldn't have put in the time, work, and then I'm living off somebody else's prayers right now, Doc. And so we certainly understand that too.
Sure.
Yeah. Charles, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Coach Jackson, and I wanted to ask this from a standpoint of you guys are a tremendously close-knit group. Like you saw that with the celebration at the SWAC Championship, but just looking at you guys from afar, I've had an opportunity to call a couple of your games, but you guys are a very close-knit group. What fostered that?
Yeah, these guys pledged Panther.
It really did.
We had HBCU, man, with fraternities and sororities all around, and And how do you get people to come together? You put them through something, and people, these guys have been through it. And I always tell them, you don't need me, you don't need us as coaches. All you have to do as a collective is make a decision. And when the collective makes a decision, then everything moves like the collective wants it to move. And these guys have done that, but they didn't do that on their own. They had to go through something in order to get off on the other side of it, man. And so, really proud of my coaches. We got in here in January. It was rough. Yeah. It didn't always look like suits and ties and gummy bears and butterflies around here, man. These guys. Talk heavy. They talking about take me through there. These guys been through that. And so those guys that are still here, I think they're very humble and grateful. But they enjoy one another, and they think about the times that they're going to spend with each other in the future, and how they're going to be great alumni of Prairie View A&M and come back and give back what was given to them. And that's what's important to us.
That's wonderful. Coach, we're about to get you out of this. I know you got important things to do.
Gotta eat. Gotta eat, Doc.
Yeah, you got to eat.
Time.
Yes, but I wanted to ask you a little more about that in terms of being in the HBCU space after being outside of it, and the importance for you to have an opportunity to build a legacy, give back, and continue to build what poured into you at various levels at various times. Why was that important, particularly at this time in this space right now?
I think in society, man, we're going through a lot, and our young men and women don't know how to deal with it, and they might not have enough success stories in front of them. And so we wanted to come back and definitely be a blessing. A lot of folks that look like me blessed my life. A lot of coaches that look like me gave me things, man, that I couldn't even begin to pay back. And so we wanted to do it for somebody else. And we've been able to do it all over the country, but there's nothing like doing it with the pageantry and the surroundings of historical Black colleges, university. And, Doc, on the other side, I wanted to prove that we can coach. That everybody over here, because we're known on the other side of the tracks, as they say, we can coach everywhere. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about Tremaine Jackson. I'm talking about the Chennis Berries and the T.C. Taylors and the Trey Olivers. And these guys are good football coaches. Yeah. And I wanted to come compete against good football coaches and prove that we're good football coaches on either side of the tracks. Absolutely. And so hopefully we've been able to shed some light on that.
I think you have, and you certainly have done us all proud. And I just want to say again, personally, thank you, not just in terms of where this team is taking me on this ride, but in terms of the friendship that you allow me to be at a certain level, to be on that ride, more than just a fan, but intricately involved. So I appreciate that opportunity. Appreciate your friendship.
Appreciate you. Charles, we appreciate you too. You're a Jackson State guy. I know who you are, man.
I would be remiss if I didn't do this, because I did it for Chennis Berry, and I know you're a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, because he made sure I added the last part. I was going to say it. I just, let me get my show out. He got excited. But I wanted to acknowledge Omega Psi Fraternity, the national organization, in terms of what they did. I think when our institutions speak to that and are stronger and they represent that, that means something to me, whether it's the HBCU institution itself, as you say, going through a lot of other institution, organizations, fraternities, sororities, those national, the fact that they said this is important for us to acknowledge what these individuals do. And then as Roy was talking about, a lot of folks designate this as the Q Bowl because how proud are you of that fact?
Man, I'm extremely proud of it. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated is the greatest fraternity of all time, especially in the football space. we seem to have that on lock right now today as we sit here.
Can't argue with that. Facts are facts.
When it gets to media, I gotta turn the page, right? But I think Coach Berry plays at Savannah State. I played in Valdosta, Georgia. Man, we're sitting here in the state where we played.
That's crazy.
A lot of people coming up the highway to come see this game in purple and gold. And so it's really big. The Grand Bosses, I thought the fraternity has handled this in the right way, with showing what good brothers do, not just and we got a lot of doctors, lawyers, scientists, but man, we got some guys that can coach football at a high level, and this is just two of many. We just happen to be the ones today, this week, that's playing in this game. But I'm extremely excited. I'm honored to be a member of the greatest fraternity in the world, and can't wait to throw up the hooks to the bros as we're coming out the tunnel. Because that's what you can do in HBCU that you can't do on the other side of the track.
That's all right, Coach. That's all right.
That's well said. That's a way
right.
to
Yes,
close
indeed.
it. We'll let him get back to it. Thank you for listening Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Make sure you share our podcast with your friends and colleagues. I am Dr. Cavil, the Dean of HBCU Sports, coming from inside the lab in the College of HBCU Sports with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. With two of the members of the organization. Roy jumped in here, wanted to get a little film time, and he put in so much work.
Roy.
I want to thank you.
Not Roy.
Oh, that's AD True. I thought it was Roy. I saw the ball head. As I'm trying to close out here. Again, we want to thank you for listening to Dr. Ville's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. As you know, we went an hour early to get this in, Sunday at 9 a.m., and we'll be talking about a champion this Sunday to let you know what that looks like. So be ready, Coach. Get it done. We'll be calling for an interview just to tell you how you feel.
Come on.
With that being said, we want to thank you for listening to Dr. Ville's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We look forward to next Sunday as we discuss the latest news in the lab. Follow me, Dr. Kenyatta Cavil, that's Threads, Facebook, and Instagram. Inside the HBCU Sports Lab 1 on Facebook, Inside the HBCU Sports Lab on YouTube. Dream big, continue to move forward. We will talk with you soon. Charles?
Of course.
Lecture?
Dismissed.